What's up, Guardians? Welcome to another Destiny gameplay video. True Vanguard here, bringing you a full, uncut, unedited Trials of Osiris match I had this morning. I was streaming and going full, not try hard, no exotic can-cans, anything like that. But anyways, in one of our flawless runs we had this morning, this is a match you'll see with me, a friend of mine named Jack Taddy, who is undeniably a monster in Crucible. And this game doesn't necessarily reflect that, so I just want to make sure to say that he is a monster in the Crucible. Some ridiculous stats. If you ever go check him out on DTR or whatever it may be, you'll find that he's got numbers that will intimidate the crap out of the overwhelming majority of players. But also joining me in this stream here was Vlad Putin's bicep from Invigorate Nation. Good guy as well. So anyways, we were doing a flawless run here, just streaming for kicks and giggles, and this was the only match that really we had to fight for, and we found ourselves pretty early on being down. We were down 4-2, and then we were like, oh geez, I guess we got to get our heads out of our butts here and start really playing hard. So anyways, it turned into a great comeback. I managed to get over 20 kills in this match. And anyways, it was just all around a fun match. People in the chat were enjoying it as well. So anyways, so I figured I'd share this. I tweeted it out on Twitter. I said that I might go ahead and post this gameplay. And a lot of people responded and said, yes, please do. And I have had a lot of requests from people to go ahead and post a full uncut match. And none of this is, I mean, this is all one take that you'll see here, but I did fast forward a couple of the sections that are a little slow paced, so you don't have to sit there and just watch nothing happen. On the final round, the last round came down to the capture point. So both teams, we were both playing really conservatively, so there's literally no action until the last 10 seconds of the final round. So it got dragged out quite a bit. But anyways, you're welcome just to kind of look at the gameplay and kind of see how I'm moving, what I'm doing, the decisions I'm making. Now, unfortunately, I don't have all of the chat. I wish I did. I've got Jack and Vlad. I have their mics on here, but since I didn't pull this through a capture card, I just pulled it through the PS4 because I didn't plan on recording gameplay or whatever. Because of that, I don't have my voice in here, so you can't hear all of our communication. But I'll just kind of let you watch and see what we do, how we move. Keep an eye on the radar and on my HUD, and you can see where Vlad and Jack are going. And so a lot of times what we'll do is we'll fan out. There are really four main alleyways here, four main means of coming through this map, traveling from one side to the other. And one is from this spawn point, this perspective that we had during this match. One of them is the far right through the broken building that has a staircase that comes down the very far right side of the map. And then there's this stairway here you see Vlad sniping at. Then you have the center street, we call it the street. So when we're making callouts, we say we got a guy in middle street.
That's a shame.
Then you have that whole back alleyway that's just a bunch of crumbled buildings and stuff, like a sort of cobblestone walkway that leads the far left side from this perspective, where I'm going right now, actually. So those are the four main alleyways. We use these as callouts. Usually what we do is when we approach this map, we don't want to spread ourselves too thin, so we don't fan all the way across the map unless it's on heavy round like this. But generally speaking, we just buckle down on two of these alleyways and then kind of shift accordingly and kind of keep an eye on what the competition is doing and move if we need to. But basically we just try and control these choke points. And we had some big plays in this match. We also had some big mishaps and miscues as well that got us in trouble. So at this point, you know, we managed to get another round, and then they end up taking this one. And that's going to put us down 4-2. So you'll see we make some mistakes here. I think we fan out a little too wide, get isolated a little bit too easily. I know I got aggressive. This had been working out pretty well, you know, in previous matches with me flanking up these back left stairs when we were playing against teams that like to push this right side. And so then we were able to kind of pinch them back in this kind of upper back right corner of the map. And, you know, it's not that we played super poorly, but these guys out-revived us. I think at the end of the day, at the end of this match, we can out-kill these guys. I think I personally had more kills than their whole team combined. So, in terms of how many kills we had, I think we dramatically outscored them. They were just working the revives really, really well. And you've probably already noticed that in the previous rounds. And you'll see that in the next round, the one after this round, you'll see that we almost lost it if we didn't really get our stuff together because they started working the revives really, really well. And here I just got stupid. I didn't think they would be that aggressive. I went for the revive, and you see I pegged the wall with a grenade, kind of hoping that would deter them from pushing. But they certainly were not deterred. They came at me full force. And so here we are, down 4-2. It's time to make some stuff happen. And I think this round here was the turning point. You see, we kind of got our stuff together. We started communicating a lot better, and this was, I think this was my favorite round of the day, my favorite round of trials. And you'll see it's because the Sunsingers are such a wild card in trials. You never know. You know, you kind of got to gauge when their super's up. You kind of watch their individual score, and you can kind of gauge whether or not they have their super ready by, you know, how many kills they've gotten so far in the match. So if they're, you know, last on their team, you might think, well, maybe not till round like 3 or 4, or even round 5 they might not have it. But if they're top of their team in terms of points, then you can expect that they're going to have that super ready probably even by the end of round 2 or you know, round 3. So anyways, right now we flip-flopped. We took the top and they rotated down to the bottom, and using that stairway as a choke point here. And you'll see I got a couple of nice snipes off the top of this stairway here. They're looking at my teammates. You know, see the aggro's over there, and they're not looking at me. See, look at all those thorns, guys. That's all it is in trials anymore. Just a bunch of people running around with thorns. Drives me nuts. But anyways, I didn't take any chances. I wiped the third guy, and then I instantly started going for revives. Turns out to be the right call because one of them self-revived. Well, 2 of them self-rezzed. So we've got 2 guys that are Radiants, and you know, we take one out, we team fire, and then this guy's kind of pinned back here, and we just get aggressive. I shot Jack there. I thought he was, I thought he may be the Sunsinger up above me. I don't know why. I just kind of got twitchy. It's like, bad guy. But anyways, so that was a fun round. You know, a lot of stuff going on. Managed to, as a team, we ended up with 9 kills in one round. Typically, you only need 3. So that was an interesting round.
Don't let this one slip away.
And so, anyways, you know, now we're starting to get a little bit of momentum. We're starting to play a little bit smarter, kind of getting in our groove. And I've been using my LDR for like the last 2 weeks instead of the longbow. But over the weekend, I started getting back in the longbow groove, and it really does play a little bit differently. My 2 snipers, those are my 2 go-to snipers right now, my LDR and my longbow, and they play very differently. The longbow has the ambush sight as opposed to my LDR, which has the short gaze, and the short gaze adds a little bit of aim assist. The ambush scope actually takes a little bit away, but the longbow itself has a high aim assist value on it, on its base stats anyways. But anyways, so I don't know, I flip-flop between the 2. When I feel like I need the aim assist, I'll go with my LDR, and my LDR also has snapshot on it, and my longbow does not. So if I'm going for quick scopes and things like that, I'm better off using my LDR. We pinned these guys in the church at this point and just kept pegging revives, and that's how we were able to end up with so many kills at the end of this match. It's just we worked the revives pretty well. But yeah, you see that. See now, talking about aim assist, if you notice there, I was sighted in on that guy's orb. I wanted to snipe him off the revive, but some guys are smart enough, they'll do this. What that guy did is when he went for the revive, as soon as that pinwheel gets about full, he actually jumped in front, like you know, across the doorway in front of his teammate's orb that he was reviving. And if you notice, it dragged. I didn't tell my, you know, I didn't manually move my sights to the right. He caused that to happen by jumping in front of that guy's orb. And since the orb isn't actually a target, and this guy was, you know, the aim assist recognizes the individual as a target. It dragged my sights off the guy's orb, so that was a smart move on his part. My teammate was able to snipe the revive anyway, but potentially if I was the only one watching the revive, that would have been a good way to get his teammate up and not have him get sniped off the res. So I'm speeding up this portion here because it got down to the last seconds. Both teams were playing pretty passive, but I know I have my super up. I managed to get one snipe there because I figured they were about to peek if we got to capture the zone. But now I'm not going to take any chances. I tell my teammate to get on the capture point, and I'm just going to soak up aggro. And I kind of anticipated going down here, but all is well. We wiped their team, and Jack's on the capture point, good to go. So anyways, it was a fun match. I enjoyed the competition. I really greatly enjoy matches like this where it really comes down to the wire and you're really forced to make some good decisions. It's no fun to wipe an enemy team. Usually that's bad matchmaking, but anyways, this was a good match. Just a side note, guys, next week I will not be able to upload at all. From Sunday to Sunday, the 19th through the 26th, I'm going to be doing some charity work in Nashville. I'm going to be staying in Nashville all week, working with some orphans, some clothing distribution centers for impoverished folks in Nashville. So it should be a good time, but because of that, I'm not going to be anywhere near my computer or my console. So please bear with me. I didn't bail on you guys. I'll just be out of town for a while, and then I'll be back. I'll be getting back on the 26th, and I'll get right back to the grind. So appreciate your patience in that regard. Thanks for stopping by, guys.